Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Mike's RC Review on this very glorious March morning here in Victoria, Australia. And just going to do a quick crawl on our local park with the local rock formation here on the Rc4wd D90 Grande 2 in the Defender. So this is powered by the Rc4wd Hobby Wing, sorry, not Power HD. It's powered by the Hobby Wing Quick Run 1800 kV brushless motor and ESC, and also with a Rc4wd LW25MG servo. So just going to do a quick run for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Also, just for your reference, I'm using KM3 BF Goodrich tyres on the standard 5-lug stamped beadlock wheels from Rc4wd Drive that this vehicle came with, and I'm using cheap Team Rc4wd dual rate springs at the front, or shocks, sorry, as you can see, and a scale rear suspension setup with the damper and spring separate, just as the just as the real D90 Defender is. So I'm hoping they actually perform to my specification, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the crawl once again. Too much power there, I think. So I'm trying to overcome the difficulties of recording, talking, and driving the rig at the same time. So bear with me if there's a few mistakes. I'll try and get the best video for you. It's a nice warm day today. We are coming up on the tail end of summer now, so it is the last month of summer, and it has been a fairly cool summer actually, where we haven't topped many days over 30 degrees, and that's Celsius. So I think that's around about the 85-89 degree Fahrenheit mark for our viewers from the States. There's really no complaints when it comes to the KM3 BF Goodrich tyres. I'm just using the normal foams that Proline come with, or Proline, sorry, the Proline give when you buy their tyres. And they seem to perform very well. But the Grande 2 is a marvelous machine to run with. And out of the box, you don't really need to mess with it that much, because it really does do everything it's meant to do. For those that are not aware of it, the diffs are 100% locked front and rear on the Grande 2. There is no option to open them, so this is a 100% locked diff, front and rear, for the Yoda 2 scale diffs that Rc4wd Drive provide with the Grande 2. Now the Grande 2 is also available in the FJ40 Land Cruiser, which I also have. And if there's enough time, I might do a quick video on that as well, although I don't want to scratch it up as much as this has already been scratched up, because that is my showcase vehicle, it's my showpiece. So as you can see, it's functioning very, very well. One thing I love about the brushless motors is the fact that it gives you the ability to run your rig so smoothly, so linear. Like for example, if you need a lot of power and a lot of torque, you just depress the throttle as hard as you can, and if you need precision, you basically just go as light as you can. And as you can see, without any fuss. It just does what it's designed to do. Modulation is the key when it comes to crawling in most cases. And if you've got a linear modulation, it really does work to your favor. I have to pick the line carefully here, otherwise I'd fall. I don't want to fall. So no, that's not going to work. I have to redo that line. Might have to skip this rock and just go on the side. Now the coil sprung rigs, as a generalization, don't side hill anywhere near as well as the leaf sprung rigs do, because I also tried my D90 Rc4wd on this rock before. I've tried it before, and it definitely does. It does side hill a little bit better than this one. Gonna have to have a little bit of touch-ups when I get home. I think the side steps have been scratched up, and so has the front left-hand fender, as you can see right there. So a little bit of touching up to do when we get home. But for the better part, it brings a lot of joy actually just doing this. A little bit of relaxation. I guess for me, I'm not really the outdoorsy camping type of person, and I do like to actually watch the people have fun outdoors, but it's just hard to actually have all 4 kids together, and my wife, who works very hard. She's a nurse, so her hours are all over the place. It's just very difficult for all of us to be together at the same time. So I guess the best I can do for myself is to actually do crawling, and it just brings the enjoyment there. I'd love to do this in real life, in reality, with our 4-wheel drive. I own a 2016 Ford Everest, which is nowhere near as capable as this vehicle would be in reality, but it's still fairly capable. It's got all the 4-wheel drive systems. It's a dual range gearbox. It's got a rear diff lock, all standard from the factory. It's got a terrain management system, so you can actually get it to modulate, I guess, to its environment. And they all work. Hill descent control as well. I'd love to test it in the great outdoors. We've had it since it was brand new in 2016, and we've never actually used it for 4-wheel driving. It's a good 7-seater, but I think the only time it's actually seen 4-wheel drive low is when I tested it going uphill in a muddy terrain area. So I'd love to do it in real life, and I think as time goes by, the older we get, there are things that we can explore, but it's always time, isn't it? So time is always the factor. So there you go. We've come to the end of those rocks. That's where my car is. And I'm gonna hook a U-turn now and go back. But I haven't driven this this rig for a while, so I wanted to take it out and have a bit of fun with it. But I'll end this video here, guys. I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this episode, and hopefully you can join me on the next one. If there's any questions, please feel free to shout out. Once again, cheers.